Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome into my channel. I am Coach Sherri, and this is day 17 of 60 days of going live, and I am super excited. Today was a very emotional, exciting day. I am still at the hotel at the conference. Today was the second day of the conference, and at some point today, they started doing awards for different programs that are going on across the state of North Carolina. And they were recognizing participants as well as the businesses and the programs. So I made some great connections at the conference, learned some great things, shared some great things, and I was kind of in the back. It was after lunch. I was tired. I had a late night last night. Um, a great night though. Came live, but I was outside, and sometimes that night air hits different in the morning. But it was filled with a lot of information this morning, and someone that I had met who lives actually in San Antonio, Texas, and she just so happens to be my soror too. She shared a great nugget with me. And so after lunch, I was still in the banquet hall, but I was sitting towards the back, towards the exit, because at some point I was thinking, maybe I'll slip out. I did have some work to do back at the hotel, and I was like, maybe I'll slip out and no one will notice. Who's going to know? But I decided, during the awards, I wanted to see what the categories were and who was getting the awards, because I think our programs should be getting something. But I was writing down, taking some notes down of things that I want to implement in November, actually. So I'm like, we start planning now. By November, it should be amazing. And I was writing down those notes, and then I heard them say, this last award, we're going to read this person's bio. Once we start reading the bio, I know you're going to realize who this person is. So I'm thinking to myself, like, I wonder who this is. Why would we all know who this person is? And so, and this conference is a state conference. So different businesses and organizations, colleges, community colleges, four-year colleges, um, government, municipalities, all of that are at this conference. It's a pretty big deal. It's with the Department of Labor, pretty much for the state. And so I'm thinking, like, who are they talking about? What is going on? And I had my glasses on, and they started reading the bio, and I was writing down, and I looked up, and I was like, wait, they're talking about me. And I took my glasses off, and y'all, they were reading my bio, and I won this award. I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't. It's glass, and it's a 2024 Outstanding Apprenticeship Partner Award to Sherri in my last name. And it's from the organization that was sponsoring this conference, this, state conference. When I tell you, I was so blown away, and I was so filled, so humbled, and tears was just coming down my face because I absolutely was not expecting it. It felt like a surprise birthday party or something. And I went on stage, and all of the consultants across the state were standing there, and I couldn't even say anything. I was just so blown away. We took a picture, and y'all, it was beyond my imagination. I never thought that I would have gotten that award, but I did, and I'm grateful. Definitely going to uphold that outstanding piece, and just keep carrying on and changing lives, making an impact, changing the game for everyone. So I was telling my dad last night, about the panels that I was on yesterday. And one panel in particular, I started a storytelling in the beginning about like how I got started doing what I do, working in my family's business. And it was interesting because I didn't plan to say that. I didn't write it out, script it out, or anything. It was just something in my spirit just said, start your presentation like this. So I started it with that story before even saying my name. And when I told my dad about it, he was like, "You remember that?" "Yeah, of course I remember that, you know?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then he said, "You know what? This is encouraging me. I want to speak. I think I want to do a presentation. There's going to be a community event at one of the churches in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to see if I could be a speaker." I said, "Absolutely, you should do it." Now, my dad will be 86 years old in May, and he's still on that grind. And so that's just in his blood, to give back and to share knowledge. And so I said, "You should put in a proposal and see if they'll take it." And he said, "Yeah." He said, it might be a lot of older people there, but they're grandparents and they could talk to their grandchildren about how I got started in business. It's still relevant today. And it absolutely is. That's why I have it titled, "It is for all ages." So for all ages, everything is still applicable. If you want to have your own business, it's more than just having that idea. It's more than determining how much money you're going to make. It's about the actions that you take and how you move and how you are protecting your personal brands. And so those are the types of things I know that my father will say and talk about his humble beginnings and how he acquired his business and how he worked in that business and how he never let the baton down. So many people go into business and they are dropping the baton all over the place, making a mess of it, because they just thought that it was just so easy, one and done. "Oh, I got this. I'm making this money now, so I don't have to do much." Let me tell you, when you get to a certain level, that's when the work really begins. That's when the work really begins. If you're trying to be that starter, you want to remain that starter. So getting to that starting position, getting to that winning business, it once you get there, unless you don't want to, you want to only start for that one game, you only want to have that one great grand opening, that one big sale, unless you just want to do it once and be one and done with it, then you're fine. But if it's something that you really want to build upon and continue to do, then it's going to take work. It takes a lot more work to stay there than it is to get there. And I don't think a lot of people realize that, when they go into some kind of new venture, definitely, especially in sports, when you get to that starting position, it's always people right here, right at the back of your neck, breathing down your neck to take your spot. And that's how it is in business. That's how it even is in your career. If you have a position that is desirable, people will always be on it. So, do you think that you're going to keep it by being subpar? Do you think you're going to keep it by just being all talk and no action? Absolutely not. And so it does take maybe the older generation to speak to the younger people to let them know how it was. And sometimes young people, they look at it like, "Please, you don't know what you're talking about. It's not like that anymore. We got this, we got that." I don't care what you have. I don't care what kind of technology you have. If you're not doing and developing it better, then you could just at some point you could just say, "You know what? Why am I even doing this? Let me do something much more simpler, something more standard and average." But if you want to be more than average, you got to do more than average things for sure. I see the Slasher Chick is in the building. How are you? How you doing? It went so well. I got an award for outstanding apprenticeship partner award for 2024. You can't see it because I have the green screen up, but it was so surprising. Listen, I'm still like, I was crying so much. You know how you cry too much and it makes you tired? That's what happened with me today. I was crying so much because I was just blown away. I was not expecting it at all, at all. And I see TWP Popcorn is saying, "What's popping?" And listen, Slasher Chick. So thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's so on so many levels that award has meant it means a lot to me. To me, that award represents God's promise. I always tell people the importance of having stick to itness, the importance of trusting the process and not letting other people, places, or things get in the way of what you want, not allowing what people are trying to tell you what you can't do to stop you from keep taking action, because you getting discouraged, you're not encouraged, and you just feel like the wind is in front of you and not behind you. The wind is always behind you, propelling you forward. But if you give other people and things power over you, when God's power trumps all of that, and you believe in more of what they're saying, the naysayers are saying, then you will not see that promise. And I never gave up. Listen, I can't even, I don't want to get into it too much today, not on this platform, but this was God's promise, and I'm just grateful and honored to have received it, to have been selected, voted upon, advocated for to receive it. I'm just so grateful for it. Thank you so much, Slasher Chick. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, good. Everyone is speaking. Perfect. So the other day we were talking about the HBCU conference at the White House HBCU conference that's coming up, I think in September in Philadelphia, and I had TC HBCU Queen TV on, and she was talking about a proposal, because I was like, I want to be able to talk and present at that conference, and she had mentioned that the deadline for the proposals was like the 18th, but it actually passed already. I think it might have been like April 1st. Ooh, but let me tell you how God works. It's so crazy. So I'm at the conference and I meet this dynamic woman from San Antonio, and we hit it off. She's dynamic. She's dope. She was a presenter as well. She was on a panel, and I'm telling you, when I see dope people, especially more than likely women in particular, I approach them and I let them know you are dope. Like, I need to know you. What's going on? Who are you? And and a lot of times it's reciprocated and it's received, and then we become cool. So that's what I did after she got off stage. I'm like, yo, you are dope. Who are you? What's going on? So it was yesterday, and so that was the day after the panel conversation, and her and I were talking, and I don't know how it came up, because she does something with HBCUs. She recruits them, like she recruits students from HBCUs to be part of apprenticeships for the healthcare field. And so she was telling me about the conference, and I was like, I was just talking about that yesterday. And she said, yeah, listen, I submitted a proposal for a panel, and if I get it, I want you to be on it. She said that. Slasher Chick, she said that. I said, what? I was gonna submit something and I missed the deadline. She said, well, I have mine in already. And I'm telling you, if I get it, I said, you mean when you get it? She said, when I get it, I want you to be part of it. I was like, this is what I'm talking about. That's favor. And I'm thankful for it. So, we'll see. But I feel it. I feel it. That's where it's supposed to be. Isn't it? Literally, we just talked about it. We just talked about it. So I'm, definitely manifesting that she's going to get it, speaking it into affirmative and not questioning it, not saying if. But that, I'm telling you, that's so dope. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, so today was like so filled. My eyes are so tired again from the tears. And then I walked outside because the area that I'm in is so lovely. It's eclectic, it's old but new. It's innovative. It's a lot of different things. It's very visually stimulating, and the weather is beautiful outside. So I was walking this evening and just reflecting and being grateful, just thanking God for all his grace and mercy and blessings. um yeah, it's just a lot. So y'all, I was looking at my analytics on YouTube, And if you go to the YouTube studio, you can see all of your information. And I meant to put it up, but I'll do that another time to give you like more in depth. And it changes. It changes all the time according to what's going on your channel. But when I was looking at my analytics, I feel like this challenge, this 60-day live every day challenge, has given my channel life. Because when I look at the lines, the viewership lines before this, let me see. When I look at the viewers, and I wish I could show you, and I don't know how to share my screen here on StreamYard. I have to practice that. And that's why I really rock with Slasher Chick, because she practices her stuff right on her live. Like, listen, and that's what I'm gonna start doing too. But right now, I'm just trying to chill, and I just want to just be here with y'all. But my my analytics, when it talks about the audience and viewers and things like that, was deadlined. It was like a flat line, just like no resuscitation, just the line was long and it was over. And when I look from when I started the lives and everything, when I tell you it piked and peaked up and perked up and piked up, or whatever the word is. And so I said, okay, I get it. I get it. And I also, Olivia Love, how are you doing this evening? Oh my goodness. Melissa told me how excited y'all were when I sent you the award. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, God is amazing. And he loves us all so much. He really loves us all. We are all meant to be great and to win. Oh my goodness. So I said, you know what? Doing this type of challenge, it brings life, not only to me as a content creator, but to the channel for sure. And so I've been trying to post like a short video, not a short, but a video, a pre-recorded video every day. I didn't do one today. I'm also trying to upload more shorts kind of on a daily, as well as community posts. So when I'm with all that type of activity, all different types of activity, my age ranges, it's all over the place. Like I have 18 to 24, 25 to 34, 35 to 44, 45 to 54, 55 to 64, and 65 plus are on my radar. They are in the building, all age groups. That's why I say it is for all ages. And I feel like my content is for all ages. My content is evergreen. It's for anyone that wants to be something, that wants to elevate their lives, someone that wants to be motivated, inspired, transformed, for someone that wants to be not only transformed but informed, and just to, hear how someone else did it, how they got through the fire. And I believe that's all age groups. So the only age group that's not rocking with me is 13 to 17. And I used to always have, it just depends. I usually always have more male viewers. So I have 56.9% male viewers and 42.1% female viewers. And I have viewers from all over the globe. I have them, of course, in the United States, a majority, Canada, United Kingdom, India, Russia, South Africa, Australia, Indonesia, Jamaica, Germany. Y'all are all welcome. And I'm happy that you're here. And I hope that my content is inspiring you too, wherever you are tuning in from. Also, let me see. Because I have all of the formats, be it pre-recorded, lives, and shorts, the lines go all the way to the end for all of them. It's like, yeah, you're covering all bases. And I really like that. And I think if you are growing your channel, that's something you have to do, like not leave any stone unturned. So that's what that's about. So I'm good. And you're so, okay, thank you. I can't wait till you see it. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I can't really see. Maybe because I don't have my team Team info. Thank you. Thank you. You say it's fire. Thank you. So, and it also shows like, because I also remix some of my pre-recorded and my live videos into shorts, and it shows you how you are how those are translated into views, where they're getting the views, how they're going back to the longer content. It's also saying of course, the amount of viewer time. And the only thing that I need to work more on is subscribers versus non-subscribers in terms of views, because I have way more people watching that are not subscribed. And let me see if I can find that number. Yeah, so but it's growing. I mean, I used to have like 5% subscribed watching, and that's before the 60-day. But now, not subscribed is at 72%. And oh, no, 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 no. Not subscribed is at 63%, and subscribed is at 36%. Now, I'm not sure what the average is on that, but I do know that I don't always say, please subscribe to the channel, join the team. I would love to have you. I really would. I don't always say that. I just always feel that after a while, when people come back and if they really are rocking with you, that they will hit that subscribe button. Subscriptions are really powerful for a content creator, so I really appreciate that. But if you are interested, you can hit that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I create another video. But somehow with the algorithms, I think sometimes if you do watch a content creator, whether you are subscribed or not, the YouTube channels will continue to share them with you. I don't know if I like that or not, but if you keep coming back and you haven't subscribed yet, please be sure to do so. And it's interesting. A lot of content creators are always concerned about thumbs up and everything, but they don't have anything that I can see on the back office regarding people liking your videos or not. Like, I'm not sure how impactful that is. However, for me, I thumbs up videos almost like a bookmark, so that sometimes I might look at a person's channel more than once. I might go back to look at it, and if I see that I already thumbs it up, that means I looked at it. If I didn't thumbs it up, then I wouldn't know that I looked at it. So to me, that's like my bookmark, indicating that I've seen that video. I see Slasher Chick is saying, I can see it. You like the beach playlist? Thank you. They are good for background noise while working for meditation. Yeah. Ooh, I love it. Whenever I go to the beach, I always try to record because I love beaches. And I know there's some content creators, especially that make like meditation kind of videos. They'll somehow get maybe AI versions of the beach, or maybe they will purchase it from a site that they have a subscription to, where they can use the content and they may talk over it and all that. But I just love the beach, period. So whenever I go, I just sit there, and it's really simple just to hit record. Sometimes I hit live and I'll just go live, and that'll be one of those types of videos. But I appreciate you for checking them out, Slasher Chicken, enjoying them for sure. But I want to kind of go over, especially for those of you that are relatively new to YouTube who are considering being content creators. I want to kind of show you the information that I get and that you would get once you start uploading videos. Because even if you are a novice and you're not uploading a lot, they may say something like not enough information. So a lot of your analytics may not have the information you need. It even, for me, it talks about top searches for inspirational videos, motivation for coaches, motivate your life channel. So it helps you maybe with some ideas, topics. Um, it even shares different people that are doing similar content to you that you may be interested in. So one of my most popular, and I want to say this video is viral. It's probably like 5 years old, but I had done so many remixes on it, and that is my addiction to ice video. Excuse me. And that video has done so well. I didn't realize that there's so many people that are addicted to ice. And I'm not addicted to eating ice as much as I used to be. I mean, I do backslide every now and again. And, sometimes I needed to take the edge off a little bit because that soft ice, that good ice, it hit different. And sometimes you just need that crunch and let it marinate and just, get into it. But um when I did that video, I had just gotten like cured. I figured out like why I was so addicted, and it was because my iron and my vitamin D levels were really low. And so I got, excuse me, I'm just gonna cough real quick. And so I when I started taking the medicine, I got prescription iron pills and prescription vitamin D because I needed the extra strength dose. And when I started taking them, and I just started not wanting ice anymore. Like it completely, the taste went away. Because prior to that, oh my goodness, I was getting ice all day, every day, 7 days a week. Whenever anybody went out to get something, all I wanted them to bring back was ice. When I knew the weather was going to be bad, I would go to Sonic and get a bag of ice to make sure. If I ran out of that Sonic bag of ice, I would get crushed ice or regular ice from our freezer, from on the door, and I would put it in cheesecloth and take a meat tenderizer and pound it so that it can soften it up. And I would eat that. I mean, it was just ridiculous. I broke our ice machine so many times in the fridge. We had to get the man to come in to fix it. And people, my family would just shake their head like they just couldn't even believe it. And then people that I would talk to on the phone was getting angry because I'm chewing ice and talking on the phone. And it was just distracting for them. So it was bad. And so that video, I did so many remix on it, shorts, and those shorts got thousands of views, and it's just amazing what hits. But that's not my thing. Like I bug out like that. I do in real life, but that's not my thing that I want to like necessarily put out there, because again, my channel is all about legacy. It's for my future's future to watch, to glean some information, to find out if things that can help them move forward in their life, because things are in a cycle. It's a circle. It's when what comes around goes around. So 9 times out of 10, my great grandchildren may be in a situation similar to me, or they may need some advice on business or real estate or whatever. And I want them to be able to look at my videos. I don't want them to just look at all my ice videos and think like, oh, great grandma was getting it in with that ice. Y'all, that ice is something else. So Olivia Love, it says, that video had me cracking up. I'm trying to tell you that ice video. Yeah, ice is no joke. I see TWP Popcorn is laughing, and so I promise y'all. And all the shorts I was able to get, I talked about having change to buy the ice, and y'all. So like I said, every now and again I'll backslide. It's kind of like soothing to me to eat it. And so it's almost like a treat. But it's gotten more expensive. I'm used to spending like 27 cents. I think now at QT, it's like 34 cents or something like that. At Sonic, it used to be 52 cents. Now it's 63 cents. And I'm just like, how did it go up? And I know I'm not the only one, because when I go to Sonic, they're like, would you like a spoon with that? You know? I'm like, I'm good. Don't do that. Don't. I got my own spoon. Don't worry about me. Like, they said, would you like a spoon with that? Mind your business. You don't know what I'm gonna do with this ice. I might have my own water in here. I'm gonna pour all my water in this. You don't know. Don't do that. Why would I need a spoon for a cup of ice? In the meantime, that's a perfect combination. Kind of low key do want a spoon with some ice. So you said if you've been seeing the super soft ice videos folks are doing, let me tell you. Remember, I'm looking at my analytics, And YouTube has the nerve talking about sending me some ice videos on frost and ice eating and scraping and eating ice. In DC and many cities, and especially in the summertime, they have the ices. What's it called? The shaved ice vendors outside. And if y'all know DC, and right around the monument and the museums and such, there's a circle. It's a road. It's a street. It's like a highway of sorts, but it's a circle, a big circle, and you go around it, and it has all these different streets off of it to get to the museums and stuff. Do y'all know what I'm talking about in DC over there by the monument? Let me see. Water ice. Uh-huh. I know. YouTube knows. So there's this circle in DC and you drive around it and people go fast. It's not a slow circle. So there was an icy vendor, like he was on the outside of the circle as you driving around, but people are walking as well. So you could walk by and get you an icy, whatever. I remember one year, my kids were younger. I don't know why we were there, but it was just me and my son in the car. And I remember telling him, I'm gonna just drive around, but I'm gonna stop. You're gonna have to jump out and get one of those ices, but no flavor. Don't tell him you don't want no flavor. You just want the ice. That's it. Just the shaved ice. And he did. And listen, I had to go around that thing 6 times before I was able to stop for him to jump back in because the traffic was just zooming. I just kept going around. I was looking. I was like, okay, he got it. All right, let me get him. And do you know that guy still charged us as if I got one that was flavored? It was like $5 for just a cup of ice shaved. I said, this is something else, but it was good. So it's crazy. It is bad. It is bad. And I'm just surprised that it has not, knock on wood, thankfully, it has not affected my teeth. And maybe because now I don't really eat it like that, but I had eaten it for years. But again, it is for all ages, everything, y'all. I'm just so proud of my father. If he gets to present like he wants to talk about business, I am going to be blown away. I know he's going to do well. All he has to do is tell his story. His story is so dynamic. And I really want to take a class on storytelling because if you are a presenter, facilitator, panelist, whatever you are, teacher, instructor, professor, they're saying that you have to incorporate more stories in your presentations. And I know from marketing that people tell and stories sell. So you have to have your story that's going to entice people to understand you, to buy into your information. And so that's one of the reasons why I started out my presentation like that. And I want to do that more. And I know that here on YouTube that they have quite a few content creators that are public speakers and they talk about that. And I encourage all of y'all to look that up, storytelling, how to effectively storytell in your presentation. And that is for all ages. But there are classes as well that you can do, and those would probably be more specific. And you will be able to get the feedback from the other participants as well as the instructor. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to stay away. I'm trying, but sometimes you have those days, and it don't matter what the weather is. It could be freezing outside. It don't matter. It really don't. It's just a matter of what's going on in the day. You might have had a great day. You want a little bit of ice, um, just to chew on. It may have been a bad day or a challenging day. You might want a little bit of crunch, crunch. But I'm definitely trying to, you know, divert. And eating ice is definitely not the same as drinking water. I try to convince myself of that, and I know that's not the case. So don't think that you're getting your ounces in because you eat a whole cup of ice or whatever every day. But y'all, I just wanted to come on here real quick. Slasher Chick, do you want to come up on the panel and chat it up for a minute? Or Olivia Love, do you want to come up for a little bit? I really enjoyed when HBCU Queen TV came up. And I've never really had a spontaneous guest on like that before. In the past, I used to always have pre-selected guests, and we would have a topic. It usually would be about their business or their nonprofit, where they were sharing information. I used to have a blog, sports talk radio. It was called Talk to Me Sports Radio, but my show was Real Talk with Coach Sherri, and it was with a group of other sports casters. But the only thing with that, I was on there, I had about, I think, 200 episodes. And I would always interview people that had retired from sports or who played sports, competitively, like in college, and just talking about their life after sports. Professional, again, athletes that were still playing, but they may have been playing basketball overseas. And they talked about their experience and what type of careers they got into after sports, how sports helped them with competition. I know with my family, we all, are athletic, and sports definitely has made us competitive in everything we do. And not competitive just trying to beat everybody out, but competitive to be the best that we can be and play our position the best we can play it. And I'm telling you, I see it in my kids every day in everything that they do, how much integrity they have, how much due diligence that they put into everything they do, how intentional they are, how strong they are, how prepared they are every day in everything that they do. And again, that goes for all ages. No matter what your age is, you should have that type of standard that, this is how I move, and that becomes part of your brand. But if you half behind do stuff, if aren't dependable, if you don't take integrity, if you aren't trusted with that last shot, who's going to want you on their team? But if people know that you've put in the work, that you have done your practice, that you improved your weaknesses, but yet you still worked on your strengths, and that you are a team player. So if you have the ball, but somebody else is open, you're gonna pass them the ball. That's trust. And they'll trust you with so much more, for sure. Let's see. Oh, you're on your phone? I have to pull down the link. That has to it does. It makes me so proud to see how my kids move, like, like they're still preparing for that next game every day. It encourages me. I keep doing what I do, how I do it, because of my children. I don't ever want them to see me slack. I try to do my best so that I feel like it motivates them. Like, my mama is doing all this, my dad's doing this. Let me keep going. Let me do my best. And, so I think overall, and I'm going to ask them, do I motivate you? Do I encourage you to keep going and do your best? Because, that's how evolution is. Your children are supposed to get better than you. I want them to propel further. And listen, in many cases, they have. Where my children are at their ages, which is 22, 23, and 25, well, I can say, I mean, it's kind of hard, but they are further along than me in thought than I was at that age. Now, financially, I want to say my middle daughter definitely is propelled further, but not really, because my husband was in the profession, in the NFL. I was 25 when we got married. He was 26. So we was on a whole different, tax bracket by their age, just about. But at the same time, just their minds are so much further. And to me, that's more wealth, because, my husband and I were very fortunate, great parents, both of us, both sets of parents. His parents were academia. They both have master's degrees, great careers. My parents were business owners, great business owners. But we were different mentally than our kids are. And I think maybe a part of it is because in our business ventures, our kids were there every step of the way, maybe. I mean, I was there with my mother especially, but not in the way that my kids have been with us in our business. I mean, sitting there with the business plan, just really involved and at early ages being innovative and trying to create their own businesses. My son started his first business in second grade. So, it's just a whole different look. I don't know. Let me see. Oh, you are? Okay. I understand. Look, I'm heading that way too. So Slasher Chick, did you go live already? Did you go live? Let me see if I can check on here. My cousin just called. I'm gonna call her back. My y'all, well, I'll just let me see. I don't know if I can get it. Slasher Chick, where are you? Slasher. Did you go live already? Because it's late. What time are you going live? Okay. So, all right. So I'm gonna go so that you can go live. Oh, I get it. I get it. All right. So you all go check out Slasher Chick. She is on her day. Are you on day 15 of 90 for your challenge? Go check her out and see what she's going to talk about tonight. She drops gems, and especially if you are into content creation, if you're into marketing, reading, I mean, it's just a lot of great things. You have some great tools, things that I never heard of or hadn't used to that capacity. I love the way that you do your planning and your challenges. She has quite a few personal challenges that are going to develop some great habits in the future. And so she utilizes Canva a lot to make those trackers. And I love Canva. I do. I do. I definitely don't utilize it to its fullest capabilities. I am in the process of creating a goal workbook planner on Canva, and I'm almost done. Y'all, I can't wait till it's done. I actually created a strategic goal workbook last year, but this one is going to be even more elevated because I am not seeing things that I'm finding very useful. And so when you can't find it, that means you got to make it, right? Definitely. Okay, you have to get your half hour in by midnight. Yes. 14. Okay, so she's at day 14 of 90. All right. Okay, perfect. All right. Yes, it's beautiful. So far, it's beautiful. It really is. And it's going to incorporate each quarter of the year. And you can start at any time. I have had coaching clients where, they may have come to me in the middle of the second quarter or the middle of the fourth quarter. Well, don't wait for the end of that quarter to start. Just figure out what the dates are for that quarter, and that'll be your first quarter, and move on like that. And so, with the calendar portion, it's not numbered. I wanted to keep it open so you can be fluid with it. I didn't want you to feel like, this is just for 2024. It's almost the middle of 2024. I can't get this now. No, I want you to be able to get it any time of the year, for sure. All right, everyone. I appreciate you for being here, for rocking with my channel tonight. Tonight is a night of celebration, and I'm again honored, humbled, and grateful to have been awarded the outstanding award for the works that I do. Never thought I'd see it now. Not right now, but God said yes right now, and I'm here to receive. So thank you. And I will see you all tomorrow. I'm going to try and film a shorter recorded video, but I'll definitely also be on live tomorrow at some time. Until we speak again, remember to practice every day, because you just never know when you'll get into that game the ball will be passed to you, and you have to take that winning shot. So be prepared. Until we speak again, remember, I am Coach Sherri.